Diplomacy and division, African presidents at the White House, and the crisis Congo and Rwanda couldn't solve alone. Welcome to SendMe Radio. Peace, love, and blessings. If this is your first time, remember to like, share, and subscribe to join the awesome SendMe Radio family for more truth in every beat. Today we are going to delve into this story, beginning with part 1, a seat at the table, but on whose terms? On July 9th, 2025, 5 African presidents, Liberia, Senegal, Gabon, Mauritania, and Guinea-Bissau, gathered at the White House for a high-profile working lunch with U.S. President Donald Trump. The meeting, held under the banner of promoting trade and security cooperation, was meant to symbolize a new era in U.S. Africa relations. But beneath the diplomatic smiles, the event exposed deeper questions about power dynamics, sovereignty, and influence. President Joseph Boakai of Liberia found himself at the center of controversy when Trump publicly praised his beautiful English, a tone-deaf comment considering that English is Liberia's official language, a remnant of its founding by freed American slaves. While the comment sparked backlash, it underscored a larger issue. Even in high-level diplomacy, Africa is still often spoken to, not with. The summit leaned heavily on the idea of trade, not aid, with promises to reduce U.S. foreign aid while pushing African nations toward bilateral economic agreements. However, many critics see this as a strategic shift in American self-interest rather than a genuine partnership. The U.S. also reportedly floated the idea of deportation deals, asking some of these leaders to accept migrants deported from America or even Venezuela, an issue unrelated to their national concerns, raising red flags about how African leaders are being leveraged in global politics. Africa's presence at the White House was symbolically powerful, but was it a partnership of equals or an invitation with conditions? Part 2, the Congo question. Why can't the DRC solve its own conflict? While presidents dined in Washington, another crisis brewed unrelentingly at home, in the eastern region of the Democratic Republic of Congo, DRC. There, the M23 rebel group continued its advance, displacing civilians and destabilizing an already fragile region. Despite being a Congolese problem on Congolese soil, the DRC cannot resolve the conflict alone, and the reasons are as layered as the forests of Kivu. Foreign hands in the soil. The DRC accuses Rwanda of backing M23, supplying arms and troops. Rwanda denies this, but UN reports have confirmed foreign military involvement. This makes the conflict regional, not just internal, a weak state versus many armies. The Congolese army, FARDC, remains undertrained and underfunded. Meanwhile, the East is home to over 120 armed groups, many exploiting Congo's rich mineral resources. Congo is bleeding gold and cobalt while foreign interests grow fat. UN involvement, but no resolution. The United Nations peacekeeping force, MONUSCO, has been in Congo since 1999, yet rebel groups still thrive. Locals now demand their withdrawal, feeling abandoned by both the UN and their own government. Failed peace talks, forgotten promises. Agreements brokered in Nairobi and Luanda haven't worked. There's been no enforcement, no accountability, and no real peace. A crisis of sovereignty. Congo's inability to settle this conflict reflects a deeper problem. Nations rich in resources are often too poor in power. Military weakness, political fragility, and international interference have robbed Congo of its autonomy to act decisively. One Africa, two realities. As African presidents stood in suits at the White House, shaking hands with global powers thousands of miles away in Congo, children hid from gunfire, mothers buried sons, and villages turned into ghost towns. The contrast is stark, but it reveals the painful truth. Diplomatic recognition does not equal liberation. True power for Africa will not come from White House lunches or photo ops. It will come when no African nation needs foreign boots to defend its borders or foreign validation to assert its dignity. Until then, we must keep asking, who speaks for Africa and who truly stands for her peace? This is SendMe Radio. Thank you for listening. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to SendMe Radio. We all contribute in playing our own part to create a better tomorrow for the next generation.